Hi Virgo, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. I'm ever so sorry, I don't think I uploaded mid-month for you guys in October. I was just really inundated with work, so I just didn't have the time to get round to everyone. So I'm uploading you and the ones that I haven't done first this month. This month we have your Gypsy Tarot love spread. I'm not doing singles and couples at the moment separately because it's just a timing thing for me at the minute, and we're just going to do it as a monthly as well. If I've got the time mid-month, I will do mid-month readings. Okay, so you've got a general coming up as well alongside this, so we're going to see what's happening in love in a 21 card Gypsy Tarot spread for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in November 2017. So Universe Spirit, what's the energies around Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? What's the energies around Virgo? Show me what's coming in for Virgo in terms of love in the month of November 2017. Show me Virgo and love. Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in terms of love for November 2017. Show me. Okay, so we shuffle the cards using my Witch's Tarot as usual. 1, 2, 3. Going to collect that back up and let's have a look what's going down with you guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, I think that some of you guys, you seem to be going through the general energies around you are something about unrequited love or unhappiness in a relationship. Could be with an with a top tier air sign individual, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but usually the King of Swords is somebody who often is deemed as being somebody who focuses on work more than love, so they're not really emotionally responsive. So it might be that you're dealing with some unhappiness here. You've got the Four of Cups, and also this is somebody who's emotionally unavailable as well. You might be dealing with something like emotional unavailability in a relationship here with the King of Swords, or somebody who's potentially romantically detached as an individual. Around your mental and emotional, you've got the Nine of Pentacles. So the situation usually is about being single, being on one's own, and this isn't always the card that suggests somebody is single. Sometimes you can be the Nine of Pentacles in a relationship where you feel like you're single and where you feel like you are not a part of a whole. Sometimes this is where you're in a relationship with friends and with benefits, so somebody's not recognizing the relationship as a whole. I do feel that the situation is around feeling on one's own, whether you're in a relationship or not, with the Nine of Pentacles. Around that mentally and emotionally, I think that mentally and emotionally you guys are feeling let down, possibly quite hurt, possibly quite defeated with this Ten of Swords energy. And what's the reason for that? Because of the Page of Pentacles. Some of you guys are possibly looking for a proposal for someone. Some of you guys are possibly quite invested in this relationship, because the Page of Pentacles isn't all about proposals in love. It's also a card where you are saying, well, I'm taking things slowly, I'm doing my research, I'm being responsible, I'm looking at... The Page of Pentacles is all about having a pentacle and saying to yourself, Virgo, right, I've got this pentacle, this ace in my hand, the potential for a long term. She's got the page, she's got the pentacle, and the pentacle, if we were to do, say, a business or a career reading, this is about having an opportunity to invest in something, an opportunity to grow something, to develop something from the one small pentacle. So from the one opportunity you have, you could take that and you could put it into something and start to build on it. So some of you guys are feeling defeated because you really want to invest and you really want to develop this relationship. For some of you guys, in your present situation, we've got this tried to throw itself out before, Five of Cups. So the situation is about feeling lost, feeling disappointed, feeling very hurt, feeling upset that a relationship seems not to be healthy. It doesn't seem to be growing. Sometimes this is where you're literally stuck in a sense of feeling closure or loss, or that that a relationship has gone and that it can't be recaptured back. So the situation is all about sadness and loss for you guys around a relationship. Around that, the situation is that you guys have been waiting. So the Hanged Man is showing here in your present situation. So something is being left in limbo with this Hanged Man energy. The situation is about feeling lost and upset with that Five of Cups. And around that, it's because you're being held in limbo in a situation. And what's the reason for that? Because of a King of Cups. I think that this person, whoever they are, I think that this person is showing up, Virgo, either as being a top tier water sign individual, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or it could be that the person is really doing a little bit of emotional evaluation themselves. They don't show up as necessarily being really bad or anything, because they're a King of Cups in the upright, and the King of Cups in the upright would always do what was right on an emotional level. So this person would always use their emotional intelligence to make those decisions. Okay, it's nothing to do with being nasty or being underhanded. This person would always be honest and true to themselves, and they would try and be true to the individual as well. So some of you guys are upset because the situation is about being upset, because around that, how it's manifesting is that you're being held in limbo in November, and this is because of a King of Cups. Somebody's trying to work out what the best thing is for them to do in terms of how they feel this thing should move forward on an emotional plane. In your hopes, you've got the Two of Wands. So the situation could be around a partnership. Well, it is a partnership, but the situation is with the Two of Wands, either a decision. The situation could be that somebody's at a crossroads, but also this is about taking a partnership forward. And around that, what are the hopes? Well, no, it's to cut the person out, Queen of Swords. Okay, so the Two of Wands is all about being at a crossroads. The situation is, for some of you guys, you're at a crossroads, and your hope around that crossroads would be to make a decision based on justice and fairness with that Queen of Swords, and that would be to cut this individual out. And what's the reason for that? Because your intuition is telling you that this is something that you need to do. The Queen of Cups is all about using your... So both of you, whoever this individual is, Virgo, this is all about your emotional intellect and intuition, and it's their emotional intellect and intuition. I don't see necessarily this person being... I think that this King of Cups is this King of Swords here, and they're very much similar in terms of how they view love some of the time. Not all the time. This person is all about unconditional love. But what I'm getting from this reading so far, Virgo, is this person's kind of sitting in their place and they're saying, you know what, I want to be able to give everything to this relationship, or everything to a relationship, and I'm not sure whether I can give everything to Virgo at the moment, which is why you're held in limbo here and mentally and emotionally feeling very defeated, because the situation is that you're feeling on your own here and you really want to invest. So you're more invested, I feel, than this other person is on an emotional plane, because you're being held in limbo because of this person. But it's not because they're being underhanded, it's because this person's trying to find out, well, what is the best thing to do? What does my emotional intellect tell me the best thing is to do? Because I really want to invest unconditionally, but I feel that this person can't do that. So therefore, in your hopes, the situation is about being left at a crossroads, just like this Hanged Man is in limbo. And around that, your hopes would be to make a fair, rational and justified decision, cut this person out, because your emotional intellect, as the Queen of Cups energy, Virgo, is saying, well, maybe this is something that I just need to do. If this person cannot commit to me, because we can see here an emotionally unavailable individual here within a relationship is perhaps very cold and they're quite distant, and they're acting more on rationale rather than emotional. What are your expectations? Oopsie daisy, we just turned that card over. Well, the Six of Cups is in the reverse, so this is about holding on to something quite deep from the past. The failure to release the good times with the Six of Cups. It's looking at the situation through rose-tinted glasses is the situation, but it's also about holding on to the good times of the past. And around that, what you're expecting is the Sun. So you're expecting some form of success around that. If you continue to hold on, that you'll have a positive result with the Sun energy. And what's the reason for that? Because of the Page of Cups in the reverse. Well, this is because you are being rejected with that Page of Cups in the reverse, and also this is unrequited love with the Page of Cups in the reverse. So I feel it's because there's unrequited love here. You're trying your best. We can see that you guys are, some of you, if this resonates with you, you're very invested in a relationship, Virgo, here, but the other person, I don't feel, is so invested in it, and you're holding on for dear life. Your hopes would be to cut this person out here, not in a nasty way, but just for your own peace of mind, because your emotional intellect says that this is the best thing that you can do. From the experience, from your meditation, from your self-reflection with the Queen of Cups energy, and also because you need to heal. Queen of Cups is a healing card, so your hopes would be to cut this individual out because you need to heal as the Queen of Cups here. You really do need the healing, but your expectations would be, well, the situation is about, you know, we did have good times in the past, and those are the things that we need to hold on to, and I'm expecting a positive result around that, because this person, it might be at the moment with the Page of Cups in the reverse, this person doesn't really see it. They're not emotionally invested in the situation with this Page of Cups. Page of Cups in the reverse also means somebody who isolates themselves emotionally as well. Around your hidden aspects, what you could see coming in, well, the situation is around the Empress in the reverse. Empress in the reverse is where there's a relationship that's dead in the water. It doesn't have the potential to grow. There's no potential for growth or prosperity or abundance in this relationship. There's a lack of nurturing within the relationship. Somebody's not putting the work in. They're not putting the effort in with the Empress in the reverse. And around that, what you could see coming in is the Hermit, that this person completely withdraws. Completely 100%. They just take themselves completely out of your life. The Hermit also means, if this is you, and actually Virgo, this could be you because the Hermit is actually your card, it's a Virgo card, so it might be that what you can't see coming in is that there's going to be a lot of hurt. And it might be that though you guys are expecting that if you hold on to something here, you keep looking at the past and saying, but we had a wonderful time together. Don't you remember when we did this and when we did that and when we met and it was love at first sight? And, you know, maybe even rejigging this person's memory, bringing all of this stuff up that hasn't really been looked at from this individual, because the Six of Cups is also a card in the reverse that says that what you're doing is you're burying something, and something is not being tackled from the past when it's in the reverse. And around that, maybe you're feeling that around this situation that there could be a positive result with that Sun card because of the Page of Cups in the reverse, because this person's isolated themselves from that view, from that particular vision that you both had when you both started out in this situation, Virgo. And in the hidden aspects, I think what it's saying here is with this Empress in the reverse that the situation is there is no chance for this potentially to happen because the relationship is not being nurtured. Also, I see Empress as being one-sided love as well, because when it's in the upright, it's about two people who are attracted to each other and who are looking to nurture and build and grow a relationship. In the reverse, for me, this can be where one-sidedness actually kicks in, and around that one-sidedness being the situation, it might be that one of you completely takes yourself out of the situation, the Hermit reverse, and this could be you as well because you're the Hermit. And the reason for that is because you're facing up to the truth. Ace of Swords in the upright. So you're going to really, you know, if this is you, Virgo, all of this loveliness that you're really hearing, the expectations, hoping, expecting will happen, it's possibly in the hidden factors. It's saying, well, you're going to have to completely, and the problem with the Hermit in the reverse is this person can develop anger issues and hate issues and completely says, you know, I'm never going to fall in love again. That's it, I'm taking myself out, I'm moving, I'm doing whatever, I'm just not going to be a part of this whatsoever, because the truth is there, the Ace of Swords, the clarity. You can actually see that this is possibly not going to come to light. The immediate future shows the Nine of Cups, so it shows wishes being fulfilled and feeling a sense of satisfaction. Around that, what you're going to see coming in around that is the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So that's interesting, because we've got a contra card situation going on here. One thing says that your wishes come true, the Ace of Wands means no, but the Ace of Wands can also be a very quick fling, for example. So it might be that you'll get a wish coming true, but around that it might be a very fleeting wish with this Ace of Wands in the reverse, and that's because of the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't think that this is even fleeting, because the Knight of Pentacles reverse represents somebody's not moving forward at all, and again the Knight of Pentacles is your card, it's a Virgo card, so this could easily be you here, that you will achieve, the situation is you're going to achieve happiness and satisfaction and emotional contentment here, because around that I think that some of you guys are literally going to be turning a corner, in that you're going to be saying, you know what, actually I don't feel enthusiastic about this anymore, I don't feel excited about this anymore, and because of the Knight of Pentacles, everything that I was working towards, I've just decided to put a halt on it. I'm just going to put this at a complete and utter standstill, because we can see the lack of enthusiasm with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, and it's because somebody doesn't want to move forward in a project. They're not going to move there at all, and this can easily, this is either the person or this is you more than likely as well, because you're the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse and you're the Hermit in the reverse. They're both Virgo people. The overall outcome shows the Magician. So the Magician is about new ideas and formulating new ideas that you want to start manifesting in the physical world. And around that Magician, we see coming in the Star in the reverse. So it's interesting because the Star in the reverse is, and I think that this is ideas that are formulating. The Star in the reverse is often about no hope in a situation, giving up hope. It's often a card where healing is not occurring. Okay, it's interesting. Again, contra cards showing up. Your situation is the Magician, and the Magician represents to orchestrate, and it can be a manipulator as well, the Magician, but I don't think it's that. I think the situation is that you guys will be looking to start something here. You've got an intention to start something here, but around that intention, it is the Star in the reverse. It may be the intention is something about I'm just trying to think how we can work it with that Star in the reverse. I think it's maybe starting to pour something away. I mean, she's in the reverse, which means the water is not being poured out. It's still in the cups. It's kind of, if you look at this card here, the water is not being poured outwards. It's still going upwards, basically. I don't know whether you guys are still holding on to this situation here. Let's have a look what the reason is. Well, no, it's because of karma, and karma can be, it's the Judgment card in the Rider-Waite, and sometimes this can be to reconnect with an individual. Okay, you're starting something in the situation, and it's around the Star in the reverse. I think you're still trying to work on this situation here, because I see that you guys are, I don't know whether you're being manipulative or whatever it is you're trying to manipulate a situation here with the Magician being the situation, and around that it's something that had no hope, the Star energy, because I think that you do want reconnection with this person, with the karma energy, because the Star is in the reverse, and the Star is a situation that has no hope and no potential to manifest something that is positive. Both cards are of manifestation, but you're in the driving seat. So the situation here with this Magician is you guys basically trying to manifest something here. Okay, with this Magician. That's the situation. And around that situation, the overall outcome is you guys working. You're trying to manifest something that doesn't have any hope. Because I feel that you guys do want a reconnection with this individual. So you're still trying here, I feel, for some of you guys. Even though, you know, in your immediate future you won't be putting any effort into a situation, all right? The situation is about feeling emotionally contented, feeling satisfied is the situation, but around that it's not to put any effort into this situation because you've just burnt out all of the energy that you've had with this Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You're not willing to move forward, Virgo, but the overall outcome is this probably won't last very long, because you've got the overall outcome being the situation is starting to manifest something new, or trying to manifest something. Magicians don't always mean that you're manifesting something new. They just mean that you've got an intention to act something out in the world, an idea, and that idea is around a situation that has no potential with that Star in the reverse. Because you guys do want judgment, you do want a reconnection with whoever this individual is. We'll quickly go through the reading again. I think the situation around you is that there is somebody who's very emotionally unavailable with this Four of Cups in a relationship with that Ten of Pentacles. Somebody's not receptive either to building a relationship here with this Ten of Pentacles, because Ten of Pentacles is all about building relationships, building strong, stable foundations in a relationship. So I think somebody with this Four of Cups is not receptive to doing that, and they might be acting very emotionally distant with that King of Swords sitting in the mix there. Could be an air sign individual potentially, but could also be a water sign individual. Around your mental and emotional, it's about being single or being independent, being on one's own, but I feel mentally and emotionally you've kind of had enough of that with the Ten of Swords. You're feeling very defeated about it with that Ten of Swords energy, and that's because you see potential in a situation. You want to start investing in something here. Around your present situation you've got the Five of Cups, so this is all about loss and disappointments and sadness, and around that the present situation is saying that you guys are in limbo. Well, you're in limbo over a King of Cups, top tier water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or somebody who you're very much in love with. You've got a lot of unconditional love. So when you feel completely in love with that King of Cups energy, and I think that you guys are in love with somebody here, you're being held in limbo. You're upset because the situation is that you're upset, and around that it's because you're being held in limbo, and that's because of the King of Cups. As I said, could be a water sign, but also could simply be because you're very in love and you've got a lot of unconditional love for this individual. Around your hopes and desires, we have the Two of Wands. So this is about being at a crossroads and needing to make some form of a choice, and around that the hopes would be to sit in your power as the Queen of Swords, use your smarts, use your head over heart capacity, and possibly even cut this person out, because you guys need to heal, but also your emotional intellect is telling you that this is something you need to do. Around the expectations, well, the situation is all about delving into the past and not being able to let go of the past. So when you first met this individual, how you felt about each other, and it's almost like around that what you're expecting is, well, to have some positive results here with the Sun energy, and that's because of the Page of Cups in the reverse. While you've been rejected by this individual, or this person seems to be isolating themselves a little bit around the love area. They don't have the same vision that you have. It's almost like your hopes are to turn their mind or to change their mind around this, maybe taking them down a trip down memory lane or something like that. In the hidden factors, though, the situation is about the Empress in the reverse. This relationship, whatever it is, doesn't have the potential. It's not a fruitful relationship. It doesn't have the potential to grow in the way that you would like it to grow. It's very poorly. It's being very ill-tended. It's not really being looked after. And around that, what would be coming in, what you can't see coming in, is that one of you, and I think it might be you, potentially Virgo, because this is Hermit Virgo card, is going to completely withdraw or take yourself out of the situation at some point, because you're going to come to know the truth about this Empress in the reverse situation with the Ace of Swords. The immediate future for some of you guys will be, well, feeling smug, feeling happy, feeling a sense of self-satisfaction, because around that what will come in is your loss of enthusiasm with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, and that's because you're no longer going to be investing or looking to work on this at all. Everything that you're doing is going to come to a standstill. However, the overall outcome is the situation will be the Magician setting some new intentions, but those new intentions are around the Star in the reverse, a relationship or a situation that doesn't have the potential for growth or the potential to manifest what you want it to manifest. But that's because you want a reconnection with this individual, the Karma card. So even though I'm seeing you guys really standing in your power in November 2017, Virgo, and you're putting your foot down about a situation, you're saying, okay, fine, if this person doesn't want to build a relationship, if they're emotionally unavailable, I'm just going to fuck them off and let them go, and that's it. I think you're going to have a slight wobble somewhere around November time, possibly towards the end. We'll try and do a catch-up reading mid-month, okay, where you're going to kind of revert back to wanting this individual again. This is somebody I feel that you're finding it very difficult to let go of. You know that logically this is somebody that you need to let go of, but emotionally I think that you're still very, very, very much in the mire. Let's have a look at what your advice reading is. Universe, Spirit, what's the advice that you have for Virgo? What's the advice that you have for Virgo in this reading? Show me. It says, pay attention to the red flags, the sign of cautioning you. Well, there you go. It's telling you to pay attention. If somebody's acting in a certain way and they're being very emotionally distanced from you, and you are continuing to invest in this person, then you're not really paying attention to those red flags showing there. Okay. Why is it that Virgo needs to pay attention to the red flags? Why do they need to pay attention to the red flags? Well, that's interesting. It says, honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. You know what I think this is saying? I think it says that you had a honeymoon period, and you know what it's like when you get to the start of a relationship and into it, and it's lovely. But it's saying pay attention to the red flags because of this was a honeymoon period. So it might be, if you are still basically looking at the past and saying, oh, what a lovely time we had, we could really recapture that and blah blah, because this person's emotionally distant here. I think it's the cards are really saying to you, look, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you that this person is acting in such a way because they really probably don't want this thing, and what you need to do really is just put this down to being a honeymoon. You know, that in the honeymoon period maybe this person wanted what they wanted, but now it's become more serious or whatever it is, now they don't want it anymore. So you need to just kind of, for some of you guys, cut your losses and run, because it might be that this person, the more that you continue to invest in this situation, even if you've tried to remove yourself out of it, Virgo, the more that you continue to try and invest in this situation, the more hurt that you're actually going to get. So yeah, that's your reading, guys. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll see you on your generals. Take care.